Brought to you by High Tech Pharmaceuticals, here from muscledevelopment.com, with Jose Raymond, the Boston Mass. We just wrapped up night one here. It's a two-night event, guys. So tonight we had the finals for the events that were judged today, which was fitness, wellness, and classic physique. Then we followed that up with open men's judging. So let's give you some results real quick. Fitness, defending champion Ariel Kadar. Gosh, Ariel, you know Ariel. She won again, so defended her title successfully. Second place, Jacqueline Baker. Third, from the UK, Michelle Frida Mensa. Fourth, Allison Kramer. Fifth, Tara Plum. Sixth, Tiffany Chandler. We'll go to wellness next. Wellness, a little surprised. I thought Angela Borges had this wrapped up, but Cassandra Gillis wins that. Angela Borges in second. Ryan Fogel in third. Alexis Adams in fourth. Marissa Andrews in fifth. And Andrea Harenko wrapping up the bottom of the sixth. Classic physique. Yeah, we'll do the men's open judging last, guys. We'll get to that. But first of all, classic physique, man, Ramon Dino, like I said, this was a wrap for him from the time he came out today in the judging.
He was, but it was a lot closer than I thought. You know, during the judging, we were sitting kind of off to the side. We couldn't see him as straight on as we could tonight.
True.
And I would say that Ramon definitely won, but Urs is hot on his heels. Like, he is getting better and better.
Right.
He has room to spare, muscle to gain,
Yeah.
where Ramon doesn't. So it would not surprise me in the next few years if Urs is able to surpass him, only because of the weight limit.
Right.
You know, but it was a lot closer than people think. It was a great show. The surprise was that this morning they had what looked like Mike Sommerfeld as the third place guy, and tonight Alex Cambronero took over, and man, did he get better and better and better. I said that during the wrap-up, that he started kind of flat, but he looked incredible. His condition was incredible, his shape, everything, so he ended up in third. So good for him, but those guys were awesome.
Yeah, and Mike Sommerfeld, he said, so much potential. Structure and shape on that guy are off the charts. Condition could be a little better, but I think he's on his way up as well. I mean, he's been top four. I think he was fourth or fifth at the Olympia, so
I don't know how he makes weight, because he's a big dude, and he's shorter than all those guys.
Was he at 212 before?
I don't know. It wouldn't surprise me. Yeah.
And fifth place, wrapping up the top five, was Courage Opara, who I saw win in Texas back in August. Looked great. In sixth place, Junior Jaworski. And, of course, best poser with an additional 10K, Urs Kalachinsky. No surprise there. Well-deserved.
That's kind of what clued me in that he wasn't going to win.
Well, it used to be if you got the Arnold Most Muscular, a lot of times that was like a consolation prize thing. But someone behind us who was sitting next to Isabel, I don't know who that guy was, he pointed out that when Nick Walker won, he won both. Which,
yeah.
So you never.
That was well-deserved at the time.
All right, guys. Open is what you wanted to hear about. Let's get right to it. So we want to know, first of all, big question was, how would Rami look? A lot of people were really anxious to see if the stem cells had done any magic in a short amount of time. I thought he looked much, much better than the Olympia. It just wasn't enough here. I mean, he didn't have a lot of time. I think maybe by the time of the Olympia, he's going to be able to recapture possibly the look he had when he won the first year. But it was, first of all, how much better do you think Rami looked in the Olympia?
In the Olympia or than the
Olympia? He did 10
I think he looked significantly better. He was fuller, bigger. The legs looked a lot better. He was posing better. I just think they're bringing him too heavy. I think he needs to be 10, 15 pounds lighter and tighter, and the midsection will show that. He still looks a bit blockier. I liked his look back in 2016. Like, he was really tight in the midsection. Yeah. Everything was huge. I will say he's much improved. Yeah. And he gave me confidence that he can get back to where he's been, But, yeah.
So first call out, I believe we know it was Rami, Sampson. Was Sean? Sean was the first call out. Yeah. Andrew Jack, of course. Sinead Andrew Obika. Nick Walker.
Yep.
That was the first call out, I believe. It was those five. And immediately, who stood out to you? Well, I know, I was sitting next to you the whole time.
Right.
Andrew Jack, obviously.
He stood out to me, as I knew he would, because of the drastic improvement he made in conditioning and he was from the front the hardest guy in the show, most detailed, separated, everything. And he's not small. He's round. He's full, and he peaked perfectly. Samson is bigger.
Yeah.
He carries more size or more weight. I don't think he has bigger legs. I don't think he even has bigger arms. I just think he's a heavier guy. He just looks heavier. That said, I think Andrew was a bit sharper, a bit more polish to his physique all around. And Nick was as conditioned as I've ever seen him, but I think it may have hurt him. Only because I think his legs might have been down a little.
Yeah.
Maybe it was the way he was posing, or they are down from constantly pushing the cardio or whatever. I don't know what it was, but
That would be my guess.
yeah, something looked like his legs were down to me. And so yeah, I think Sean alone, when Sean came out by himself,
Yeah.
he's like the clear winner. Like
It's phenomenal.
He is the best by himself. When you put him next to people, even the side chest, he can hang with these guys. It's like the front lat spread that I saw that hurt him. Just because he looked, he's
narrow.
small.
He's narrow guy.
Yeah, his front double was crazy. Yeah.
I mean, Andrew, that's the pose I think he really stands out as a front lat spread because he's so wide.
Yep.
He's wider
And
than
with that
wider than
small
Samson.
waist.
Yeah.
So the final three call out was Andrew, Nick, and Samson.
Right.
They gave them each a turn in the middle,
Yep.
which they all made the best of. I just think, the energy in the room, kind of, you could hear people talking. It was, and you could watch the judging panel. They were clearly impressed with him.
Yeah.
So we don't know, and we'll have to wait till tomorrow, but my bet is on Andrew.
Yeah. I mean, Samson looks phenomenal.
He
The
does.
one thing he loses, I think, a little bit is from the front. His abs.
They were a bit washed out.
They look washed out, especially in like the front lat spread.
Yep.
I don't know why that is, but otherwise, it's such a great physique. But Andrew, I give him a lot of credit. I didn't think he could improve much at all in that short amount of time. And I heard you telling Chris Aceto, he's got a Sean Roden butt now. He's built his glutes up.
Yeah, but before people were so concerned about his glutes, and they were plenty striated today. They're still not like Flex Lewis's, but they were enough. It's not enough for me to say he's not going to win because of that.
Yeah.
His hamstrings were dry and separated enough where that's not going to be the
Deciding factor.
You're right, the deciding factor.
Gotcha, yeah.
So, all things considered, I think he wins more than everyone else. I think he checks more boxes than everyone else. He was the surprise of the show.
Yeah, I mean, and I suspect something that really helped him was training out there with Chris Lewis, Psycho Chris.
Of course.
I saw so many Instagram stories where they were he had him pushing these sleds all across the parking lot, and it just looked brutal training. It was the same dream team that the late Sean Roden, rest in peace, had for his Olympia win, with both Chris's working in his team.
They're definitely on to something.
Bonac to me looked better than the Olympia, but this was a tough show.
It's weird because he was significantly better than the Olympia, but in this lineup, he just, kind of got left out, I think Sean is going to beat him.
Yeah, I mean,
And when he first came out to me and he hit the side chest and most muscular, certain things are off the charts. But there's other things that really hurt him, and it's that midsection from the side, and he doesn't have an ab and thigh, But good for him. He's greatly improved. I love William. I think his physique is nuts. But I think in this lineup, he's not going to.
yeah, I mean, structurally, the structure hurts him in this lineup because you got so many guys that are wide and got great V-tapers, and he's got a shorter torso like Kai Green did.
Yeah. I thought Akeem looked good.
Yeah, Akeem definitely way better than the Olympia.
Yeah, I think Patrick Moore, that was a hell of a comeback.
Yeah.
Had torn his Achilles, and now it's his first appearance back on stage. I thought he looked phenomenal. I thought certain shots were incredible. But, with Patrick, it's the same old story. beautiful upper body, tiny waist, huge arms.
Yep.
His legs are just a little down. Not down. I don't think he was any worse than he was the last time he was on stage.
No,
But
you know, I remember when he turned pro, the same show Lunsford did, 2017 USA.
yeah,
That's what I said. I said to him, man, upper body, V-taper, arms, shoulders, phenomenal. Get these legs going, and you're gonna be hurting a lot of feelings. And,
yeah,
he's done a little bit, but he needs a lot. He needs more because you're standing next to guys like Andrew Jack and Big Ramy with these Samson with these huge billowing quads.
yeah.
It's tough, but he looked really good. Let's talk. 52 years old, Kamal El Garni, man.
He never disappoints. His condition was spot on. His presentation is incredible. You know, in the lineup, he was winning many poses against bigger guys. So, you know, hats off to him.
Yeah.
They didn't have him in the first call out, but he's incredible.
Last but not least, Justin Rodriguez, the Nightmare. Again, looked good. This was a tough lineup, you know. Very tough lineup.
I've seen a much better version of Justin. It's you know, I don't know. I don't know if he needs a rest or.
He's done a lot of shows. I know
Yeah,
that.
it was a great lineup. He was in good shape. He wasn't in his best shape.
No.
He's got tons of muscle, tons, almost too much. So, you know, he'll get back. He'll get back and hit his peak again at some point.
Yeah, I mean, I thought he looked phenomenal at the Boston Pro last year, where he
Yes.
took second. That was a really good look for him.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know if he needs a break. Some
Yes.
of these people can just keep chugging along and get better and better. Others, you can see the wear and tear on the physique. It just seems to be an individual thing.
Yeah.
Well, that's it, guys. That wraps up night one. So tomorrow we have judging in the morning for men's physique, bikini, and wheelchair. Finals for those events tomorrow night at 7. And, of course, finals for the men's open. That's the big show. That's the one we're all looking forward to. Right now, it's looking like a battle between Andrew Jack and Samson for the win. A lot of people seem to have Andrew. I haven't talked to a ton of people. There's got to be some people out there. Leave some comments, guys. Leave some comments who you think you have in the lead. Those of you who watch the pay-per-view, don't just base it on who you like more. And we'll be back tomorrow, but we'll be doing some interviews at the Expo tomorrow. Doing all kinds of coverage. We have more videos on this channel. Did a great interview with Flex Wheeler. I'd love for you guys to check out. He's getting the Lifetime Achievement Award tomorrow night. But we'll be back, so keep it right here on this YouTube channel for Muscular Development. For Jose Raymond, the Boston Master, Ron Harris. Coverage brought to you by High Tech Pharmaceuticals for the 2023 Arnold Classic. Keep watching. We'll see you tomorrow.